In a world that constantly pulls you in a million directions, have you ever wished for an unshakable core? A mind so strong it can weather any storm? That's not a superpower. It's a skill, and today we're going to unlock it using the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Welcome to a journey that will teach you 8 brutal but transformative Stoic laws. These aren't just ancient philosophies. They are practical tools to rewire your mind and make you mentally unbreakable. Let's dive right in with our first law: accept what you cannot control. Think about it. How much energy do you waste worrying about the weather, traffic, or what other people think of you? The Stoics had a simple but powerful solution: the dichotomy of control. They divided everything in life into 2 categories: things we can control and things we can't. Your thoughts, your actions, your choices, these are yours. Everything else, the past, the future, the actions of others, they're outside your domain. The Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This isn't about being passive. It's about being strategic. It's about focusing your precious energy where it actually matters. Imagine a ship captain in a storm. They can't control the wind or the waves, but they can control the rudder, the sails, and their own reactions. By letting go of the uncontrollable, you stop being a victim of circumstance and become the master of your own ship. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, take a deep breath and let it go. This leads us to our second law: practice voluntary discomfort. We live in an age of comfort. Everything is designed to be easy, instant, and effortless. But the Stoics warned that a life of constant comfort makes us weak. It makes us fragile. To build true mental resilience, we need to intentionally step out of our comfort zones. This doesn't mean you have to climb Mount Everest. It can be as simple as taking a cold shower, fasting for a day, or even just leaving your phone at home when you go for a walk. The Stoic philosopher Seneca would often practice poverty. He would wear simple clothes, eat basic food, and sleep on a hard floor, not because he had to, but to remind himself that he could survive and even thrive with very little. By voluntarily exposing ourselves to minor hardships, we vaccinate ourselves against major ones. We train our minds to be less afraid of discomfort. We prove to ourselves that we are tougher than we think. When real challenges arise, they won't feel so daunting because you've been training for them. You'll be prepared, resilient, and ready for anything. Our third Stoic law is a powerful one: embrace your mortality, or memento mori. Remember, you will die. Now, this might sound grim, but it's actually one of the most life-affirming principles of Stoicism. Thinking about our own mortality doesn't mean we should be morbid or fearful. Instead, it's a powerful motivator. It reminds us that our time is finite and incredibly precious. Knowing that this day, this moment, will never come again urges us to live more fully, more intentionally. It helps us cut through the trivial distractions and focus on what truly matters. Ask yourself, if today were my last day, would I be happy with how I'm spending it? Am I being the person I want to be? This thought experiment strips away the non-essential. It puts arguments, grudges, and worries into perspective. Steve Jobs, in his famous Stanford commencement speech, said, "Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important lie I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life." Memento mori isn't about death. It's about life. It's a call to action to live with purpose, courage, and gratitude every single day. Moving on to the fourth law: view obstacles as opportunities. This is the Stoic art of turning adversity into advantage. The Stoics believed that every challenge, every setback, contains a hidden gift, an opportunity to practice virtue, to grow stronger, to learn. Marcus Aurelius put it beautifully: the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Think about that. The obstacle itself is not just a roadblock. It's the path forward. When you face a difficult project at work, it's an opportunity to develop discipline and problem-solving skills. When you have a disagreement with a loved one, it's an opportunity to practice patience and communication. Instead of saying, "This is happening to me," the Stoic mindset says, "This is happening for me." It reframes every problem into a potential lesson. This mental shift is incredibly empowering. It transforms you from a passive victim into an active participant in your own growth. So the next time life throws you a curveball, don't just duck. Look at it, analyze it, and ask, how can I use this to become better? Now for our fifth law, which is crucial in our modern, hyper-connected world. Practice digital minimalism and guard your attention. The Stoics didn't have smartphones, but they understood the importance of a focused mind. They knew that our attention is our most valuable resource. Today, countless apps, notifications, and headlines are all competing for a piece of it. If we're not careful, our minds become scattered, anxious, and constantly distracted. A Stoic would view this as a form of self-imposed slavery. To be mentally unbreakable, you must be the master of your own attention. This means being intentional about your technology use. Unfollow accounts that make you feel angry or inadequate. Set specific times to check emails and social media, rather than letting them interrupt you all day. Create space for deep work and quiet reflection. Epictetus, a former slave who became a great Stoic teacher, said, "Become what you give your attention to." If you give your attention to gossip, outrage, and endless scrolling, your mind will become chaotic and weak. But if you give your attention to learning, creating, and connecting with what matters, your mind will become clear, focused, and strong. The sixth brutal law is this: don't seek the approval of others. From a young age, we are conditioned to seek validation. We want to be liked, praised, and accepted. But the Stoics saw this as a trap. When you tie your self-worth to the opinions of others, you give them power over you. You become a puppet, and their praise or criticism pulls your strings. An unbreakable mind is built on an internal foundation of self-respect. It judges itself by its own character and actions, not by the applause of the crowd. As Marcus Aurelius asked himself, "Why do you need the praise of a man who is himself in need of praise?" This doesn't mean you should be rude or dismissive of feedback. It means you shouldn't let your happiness or sense of value depend on it. The goal is to be guided by your own principles, your own inner compass. Do what you believe is right, not what you think will make you popular. True freedom is found when you stop performing for an audience and start living for yourself. This brings us to the seventh law: choose your company wisely. The people you spend time with have a profound impact on your mindset and your character. The Stoics were very clear about this. Seneca wrote, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you." It's a simple but powerful piece of advice. If you surround yourself with people who are negative, cynical, and constantly complaining, their attitude will inevitably rub off on you. It will drain your energy and pull you down. On the other hand, if you surround yourself with people who are positive, ambitious, and supportive, they will inspire you to be your best self. They will challenge you, encourage you, and help you grow. Take a moment to audit your social circle. Are the people you spend the most time with lifting you up or holding you back? This isn't about cutting people off ruthlessly, but about being intentional with your time and energy. Seek out mentors, friends, and communities that align with the person you want to become. Your environment shapes you, so make sure you are planting yourself in fertile soil. Finally, our eighth and most practical Stoic law: review your day. At the end of each day, the Stoics would engage in a practice of self-reflection. They would ask themselves three simple questions: what did I do wrong? What did I do right? And what duty did I leave undone? This isn't about self-criticism or beating yourself up. It's an objective, honest review of your actions. It's about accountability and continuous improvement. By reviewing your day, you become more aware of your habits, both good and bad. You can see where you acted in line with your values and where you fell short. This daily practice helps you learn from your mistakes and celebrate your successes. It keeps you on track toward your goals. It's like being your own coach. Over time, this consistent self-reflection builds incredible self-awareness and discipline. It ensures that you are not just drifting through life, but actively steering it in the direction you want to go. Start tonight, before you go to sleep. Take 5 minutes to quietly reflect on your day. This simple habit can be one of the most powerful tools for personal transformation. So there you have it, 8 brutal Stoic laws to rewire your mind and become mentally unbreakable. Accept what you can't control. Practice voluntary discomfort. Remember you will die. See obstacles as opportunities. Guard your attention. Don't seek approval. Choose your company wisely and review your day. These aren't just ideas to think about. They are actions to live by. Stoicism is not a passive philosophy. It's a practical one. It's a daily training for your mind. The path to becoming mentally unbreakable is not easy, but it is simple. It starts with one choice, one action, one day at a time. Start today. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey into Stoic wisdom. If you found these ideas valuable, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content on building a stronger, more resilient mind. We'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Which of these Stoic laws resonated with you the most? Thanks for watching, and remember, the obstacle is the way.